Hey everyone, you're watching Big Drone Flyer 77RC. When we return, I have the new HolyStone. This is a HS510. This one has a 4K camera. It's foldable and it's brushless, you guys. It does not have a working gimbal on it, but it is adjustable. So I'm going to do an unboxing on this video. If you haven't already, definitely hit that like and subscribe button, and definitely hit the notifications so you can see the actual flight from this when I do that video next. But for right now, let's go ahead and hit that intro, and then we'll get to the unboxing. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back everybody. Donnie here, and thanks for joining me on Big Drone Flyer 77RC. So here I got the brand new HolyStone. This is the HS510. It just was sent to me. They just finally added it onto Amazon, so I'll leave a link down in the descriptions below, guys, so look for that. Plus too, there's some discount codes too, so definitely look at that in the descriptions of this video as well. So I went ahead and unzipped this. I kind of got into it already, guys, because I couldn't wait. I wanted to see what it looked like. And so you can see I already took the stickers off. This was on the controller, and this was actually on the camera right here. So these stickers were on there. I took those off so I could take a look. But that way I didn't have to unwrap. But with HolyStone, they wrap every individual part. So everything will have this type of plastic on it. And right here is the spare propellers. So you do get a full set of propellers here. So all the other stuff was wrapped up just like this. So I didn't want to take up all your time. But I just wanted to show you here. You get actually, what do you get? All four. So that's awesome. So if you lose those, you get all four and some spare screws to put those back on the drone itself. So that's really nice. And this is what's going to have your extra stuff, like your extra battery. It comes with 2 batteries. This was wrapped on the controller here. Just tells you about the controller and warm-up guide. So I pulled that off already, you guys. So here's your charger here. The thing I like about this is it's got the actual C charger on there. So they did away with the micro C, which is fine. It will take a little bit longer to charge, I'm sure, since it is like an Android style charger. Grab the rest of the stuff out of here because it's a charging dock here, which is really nice. So on the side here, there it is. Just plug in that C part, and then you could get a wall adapter or plug it into your computer, or whatever you have to charge there. But these batteries will just slide right in there. You just see where the end is here, and it'll slide in there. And then what it'll do too is it'll light up green. It'll start flashing green when it's charging, and then when it's done, it'll stay lit up green. This will be red to show that you have power to the charge unit here. And then for the other battery, which is in the drone, you plug that in and it'll start flashing. So once it charges them at the same time, but it will let you know when they're done. So definitely always keep an eye on those guys. Don't ever leave them and drive off somewhere, because they still, even though they got a little bit smarter technology on some of these batteries, they can still catch fire. So let's go ahead and take a look at what size this one is here. This one is 7.6 volt, 1500 milliamps. So hopefully we can get about I'm hoping a 15-minute flight time or so. I'll have to check it out though. That'll be in the next video. Go ahead and take a look at the drone, which is it's actually pretty small and compact. So what they did with this one, I know you guys see some other ones out there, and you guys know what brand I'm talking about. It has the same one just like this, and this is actually, I believe, 248 grams. So this is, you don't have to register this one, you guys. So they kept it underneath the weight. That way you don't have to register it with the FAA here in the United States. So let me just fold these out. I did take the sticker off, like I said, on the front. There's a sticker on there, so make sure you take that off. You do have your optical flow, and you have like a looks like a LED strobe light looking light down here. So we'll have to check that out too on a flight. I'm trying to see if it has a memory card in here. It might be on the inside. I'm not sure if this one has. Yeah, there it is. It's on the outside. So you can put a memory card, and it's telling you to use a class 10. So definitely use a class 10. I'm probably going to be using a class 10, 32 gigabyte, and I might even go with the higher speed. I may go with the 3 on that. So that way, since we're running 4K, but I'm only going to be able to convert it down to 1080p, 60 frames per second, or 30 frames per second, excuse me, with my phone editor. But all that will be later on in the flight video. So it says the weight is 245 grams, so it's only 245 grams, it says, which is pretty light, you know, and it feels pretty light, but it feels like it's well made at least. So I'm gonna push the sides here so I could get the battery out. So it's pretty simple. Just push that and then put it back in. Just make sure it snaps down. Make sure that lines up there. Okay, it snaps down and locks. So make sure those lock. Okay, I pull on it a little bit, make sure it's in there. So got your on and off button here, which makes that sound like a just like a MJX. So yes guys, this I'm sure is close to like the MJX, but I noticed on this one here is the propellers are set up a little different. So I don't have the other one to compare to this, so we're just gonna look at the HolyStone today. But anyways, I'm gonna weigh this real quick, and I want to see how much it does weigh with the battery. So okay, so I got my scale here. I zeroed it out. Mine may be on or off a few grams or so, but let's just see what it says here. I'm just kind of curious. So mine's pretty close, 242, so it probably is 245. Mine's probably just off a little bit, so that's pretty good. That's with the battery in there and everything, you guys. So that's definitely really light, and it feels like it's well made too. That's what's great. So you get 172 without the battery, then with the battery about 73, so it's probably like 75 grams for the battery. So yeah, that's not bad at all. So it's really light, and like I said, it's well made. Like it's got some weight to it. I wouldn't have thought that it would be under, you know, 250 grams, which is cool. So all right, let's check out the controller next. All right, so let's take a look at the controller. I went ahead and put batteries in it. So I did open this and look at it, you guys. I just want to make sure everything came on. So you got your on and off switch here, which is great. I like the telemetry on here, so it shows it really nice. I did have to bind this with the drone, and I'll tell you what, guys, if you need to bind it, they're supposed to be already bound from the factory, but what happens is sometimes they're not. So the easiest way to do that is have the controller off. You want to go and turn on the drone. So you would turn on the drone. Alright, so now the drone's on. I'm going to hold this red lock button and then turn on the power at the same time. Okay, now you can let off. So right now it bound. If yours wasn't bound when you turn it on, and this doesn't show anything, it doesn't show the battery life of the drone or nothing, that's how you're gonna have to do it. You'll have to go and turn on the drone first, and then take the controller while it's off, hold on to the unlock button here, and then turn it on and hold it for a few seconds and then let off. Okay, so that's what you'll need to do if it's not bound. I just wanted to show you that. You have your camera button here, one click will go and take a picture. If you go and hold it for a few seconds, it will go and start the video. Okay, or you can start it in the app, and we'll get to that when we go to the flight. These are fake antennas, so actually excuse me, this one is not. On this side, that's what I wanted to tell you guys, this one actually has an antenna running through here, so do be careful. And another thing I noticed is on this one here, that is not a scratch, that's just a hair on there. So here's where you put your phone. I want to show you something kind of cool here, because if you keep this straight up and down, you're not going to be able to really put your phone in there, but they actually put a little lock in here where you can kind of, just a click lock, but should be able to tilt this forward a little bit here. Let me put this down. All right, put that down. This should come forward a little bit. There we go. So it will lock like this. So now it'll go forward. Sorry, it's hard to show on the camera, but now you got a little bit of an angle on there. So that way your phone, you could put these antennas back, and then you could put your phone in there. So that way it doesn't hit the antennas. Some of these other models out there that kind of have the same controller, at least style, theirs don't lock forward like that coming towards you, so that way it clears those antennas. So some of these other models out there, it'll just hit the antennas, or you got to keep your phone off of there. So, but as you can see, everything's working here. If you want these little extra handles down, they just fold down, so it gives you a little more grip. If you're a pincher, sticks are a little short for you, but you should be able to do it. I use my thumb, so I'm not worried about it. This button here, when you press that, it will unlock the propellers, and then you could do 1 key takeoff, okay, and 1 key land. And then also to calibrate this one, I think this one's off to the bottom, yeah, bottom left hand corners, you guys. It's flashing, it's letting the gyros know that it's level. So you can fire this up. I'll show all that when we're out in the field to go for the flight test. But you got your return to home. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off now that I don't want this thing to start up where I'm at right now. So let me go ahead and shut this off. Before I do, I forgot, right here's the GPS on. So make sure that's on when you start up everything, so you can do the calibration. And then off, it'll show that GPS is off. See how it says off on there now? Off GPS, and then on, which is awesome. And then there's a sequence to be able to get this thing to calibrate. I'll show you guys that here in a second. Okay, to calibrate this, since I shut this off already, let's go ahead and start this guy back up. Okay, let it do its thing here for a second. Go ahead and turn on the controller. Okay, they're just bound, all right? And then to get this thing to calibrate the compass for the GPS, it's actually already ready. See how it's signaling right now? So it's telling me to go ahead and start the calibration, which is real simple, guys. You're just gonna go and spin it. You can go clockwise or counterclockwise. Should do this until it goes and beeps, and then, or it turns the green. See how that's flashing green? Now you can go up, and then you can rotate it again, and it should go to solid once it's done. There we go. We got a solid color here. And the reason why it's that color, because it's waiting for satellites. I'm indoors right now, so you're not going to get the satellites. If you needed to calibrate this again for the GPS, and you wanted to recalibrate it, it's the bottom right-hand corners. See how it started it up again? Then you can go ahead and go through the whole process of doing the calibration again, okay, guys? So it'll flash and all that. See, it went green, and then you're going to go and rotate it, all right, until it gets back to that solid red light. It's kind of a reddish orange. So all right, so that's how you could do that manually, you know, but it should kick on as soon as you get everything paired. It should start the calibration right away, okay? You should be able to do that. But if it doesn't pop up with that little signal up here that you seen flashing here, I'll show you again. If it doesn't show up with that, okay, then you're going to go this bottom right hand corners, and it's going to bring that symbol out for you to do the calibration, okay? Or you can do it on the app. So we'll do that out there when we go for a flight. So that's basically it for that. You have your lights here, so you can actually press it once and the lights will go out. Once this has got satellites and that's solid, the lights will actually go out. So you can turn the lights on and off with just this button here. So then you got the speed rate. If you hold this down, there's 1, there's 2. So there's only 2 speed rates, okay? So if you hold this down for a few seconds, there's speed 2. If you just press it once, that's just going to turn the lights on and off. But I'll show you that once we go out for a flight as well. But that's basically it, you guys. I mean, it's pretty basic. In the back, I put a couple cheap batteries, so it takes 2 AA's. I do wish it had the built-in LiPo battery in there, but the 2 AA's will work fine for now. So they'll hold up for quite a few flights, you guys. So, but that's it. Got the manual inside here, which is pretty cool. Let me move this guy out of the way. Shut it off. Shut it off here for a few seconds. All right. I wanted to show you this real quick before I go. So you do have some manuals up here. And it's actually one, excuse me. And then you got your screwdrivers. Actually right here, Phillips screwdriver. Take those propellers on and off. So, but here is your manual. And it's a nice manual. It's all glossy paged and everything. So they use gloss on this one, that's for sure. But they have English and Dutch, it looks like. But it's got everything you need to know how to calibrate. Then you have to hand adjust your camera so it will go to a 90-degree angle. So, but everything you need to know, the manual's right here. Like I said, you also got the spare screwdriver here. So it's just, I'm going to just take it out of there because I'm going to take this traveling, guys. I'm going to go and take this drone to Oregon, and I'm going to do the flight review, hopefully if it's not raining in Oregon. So just a little bit different scenery than California, and just since I'm picking up my kids for the summer. So I'm going to put that in there, and then it's just pretty easy. You just go and be careful now, because like I said, there's a real antenna in here this time. Okay, so they did put an antenna in this one on the left. The right one, I don't believe, no, the right one has nothing. So there's nothing in the right one, but the left one there is. So do be careful with the antenna. Don't just pop them off of here to get rid of them, because it actually has an antenna this time, which is awesome. That means we should get a lot better, at least distance and stuff, range on everything, I'm hoping. So can't wait to try that out. But pretty basic. Just fold it back up, set it back in here. I'll probably put these guys back on here just to kind of save the toggle switches here. And then you just fold this guy up. Pretty simple, pretty easy. There's no wrong way. You can bring any one of these arms in first, okay? And it just sets in there. I'm probably going to put this stuff back into the box itself, and then I can put the box back in there and close it down. But that's basically it, you guys. I sure appreciate it. HolyStone, I appreciate you guys sending this out for a review. I can't wait to take this up for a flight. So guys, definitely hit that subscribe and notification bell. That way you can see the video that's going to be coming up of the flight. So like always, guys, thanks for watching. Be safe out there. God bless. Cheers and happy flying.